What's going on, guys? Welcome to Baseball Daily. My name's CJ. Today we're going to be breaking down the three guys that are in the AL Cy Young race this year. So it's going to be Blake Snell, Corey Kluber, and Justin Verlander are the guys we're going to be breaking down. So let's do it. All right, so the first guy we're going to talk about is Blake Snell. This guy's having a really good year for the Tampa Bay Rays. 18-5 record with a 2.06 ERA. It's really impressive for a guy who's only in his third year in the big leagues. He's gonna be one of those guys going forward that could be a potential ace for a staff. He is doing it right now for the Tampa Bay Rays, but you never know. Things could happen. He could be playing for a different team soon. The AL East is a tough division to play in, and he's doing really well this year. Tampa Bay is just going out there and just trying to win every game. Every game they play, they're trying to just compete. They know they're not going to be in the playoffs, but they're doing a really good job. Still winning games, and just going out there and battling every day. And, I expect these guys to have a good few years coming. Surprisingly, they traded a lot of guys this year, but they're actually competing really well. It would have been interesting to see if they had Longoria still playing for them and a few of the other guys still playing. Well, what could have happened, But these guys are doing really well, and expect good things for them in the future. Blake Snell's a good pitcher. He had his first All-Star appearance this year, but remember, he's only his third year in the bigs. That's a really good improvement over his last couple, and so it's going to be interesting to see him go forward. I don't see him winning it this year, but next couple of years we'll see some big things out of this guy for sure. All right, so we'll move on now. All right, so the second guy we're going to talk about is Justin Verlander. Probably one of the biggest trade moves ever for the Astros. I mean, these guys traded for him, got him in. He ended up winning the World Series for them, and just is an ace on any staff that he pitched on. Even with the Tigers, he was just a dominant ace, and continues to do that at age 35. 14-9 record, but he does have the third most Ks in the bigs this year with 248. So that's the most in the AL. That's third most in the AL. That's really impressive for a guy that's 35 years old, and he's going out there just trying to compete every day. He will try and go 9 innings. He's one of those guys that's going to go out and try and pitch a complete game every time he goes on the mound. So he's an ace. He will be an ace. Hopefully, when the Astros get through and they don't have to play a wild card game, he'll be able to help these guys move on in the playoffs. And I expect a big push from these guys for sure coming up in these playoffs. It's going to be a wild one for sure. And I am looking forward to October baseball, just like pretty much everybody else is that's watching these games right now. It's going to be a big push, and hopefully he can help the Astros move on in the playoffs again like he did last year. So expect big things for this guy moving forward. And at 35. It's looking like it's nothing for him still. So, I hope to see him pitch a few more years after this. And, the Astro fans should be really happy with this pickup, especially after winning the World Series just from trading him, from getting him on a trade piece. Winning a World Series like that is awesome. And, good for those guys. And hopefully they can continue on and, have a good few more years in them for sure. So enjoy that, Houston. We'll move on now to the last guy. All right, so the third and final guy we're going to talk about is Corey Kluber. This guy has been a stud in the last 5 years in the American League. 18-7 record on the year this year. Also, he's getting up there in Ks. He's just at about 195 right now as of today. And we'll see what happens. He's trying to get that 200-plus Ks again this year. It's a bit of a dip down from last year where he had 265. So, 195 and 265 is a big difference. But, he does have an 18-7 record on the year. He's getting wins no matter what. And, the Indians are going out there and just, dominating the Central like they have been for the last couple of years. That's just a really good team, and expect to see them do really well in the playoffs also. It's going to be interesting if we see the Indians and Houston go up together pretty shortly. And that's going to be a crazy series if they do get in the playoffs together. We'll see what happens. But, it's going to be a wild series in the playoffs. These guys are really good. The Indians have got a great team moving forward. Encarnacion, Lindor, Donaldson just got traded there, so that's a big piece for them. Expect him to hit the 4-hole for them. It's just going to be a wild playoff run going forward in October, and I'm looking forward to it. But I expect Kluber is just, we're hoping to get him over that 200K mark, and hopefully he can get that 200 plus mark too. That'd be 5 straight seasons in a row where he gets 200 plus Ks and 200 plus innings in a season. So five seasons in a row. That's a horse right there. That's a pretty decent ace for a staff, and the Indians fans should be really happy to have him as one of their starters. So, all right, we'll move on. We're going to give you our final prediction of who is going to win this, and we'll go from there. All right. So our choice for the AL Cy Young race this year is Corey Kluber. This guy's a stud. He has been a stud for a while. 5 years in a row, been dominating the AL Central, been dominating the AL in general. Expect to see him win this award this year. Snell has made a really good shout for himself this year. Justin Verlander, I put him in this list just because I feel he's a little bit better than Garrett Cole this year. But I expect to see these guys, having a really good season, moving forward as well for all of them. But Corey Kluber is our pick this year, and expect to see good things out of him moving forward as well. So playoff time's coming, and these guys are all really good pitchers. So it's gonna be a really interesting October, and I look forward to it. But please, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to Baseball Daily. I really appreciate you guys checking us out. And peace.